Well, must be absolutely just raining $100 bills at Kirk Cousins' house today, if you know what I mean. Cousins signs himself a $180 million contract to join the Atlanta Falcons. $100 million of that is guaranteed. And get this, Cousins gets a $50 million signing bonus. Cousins has proven over the years to be the one quarterback in the National Football League that absolutely knows how to negotiate large, consistent contracts year after year. Welcome to the House of Takes, a late night show. As always, I am Dave DeBaugh, coming to you live and on tape from the heart of the Silicon Valley. All right, so what do you think of Kirk Cousins to the Atlanta Falcons? I mean, this deal isn't in any way surprising, I think, to anybody at this point. I fully anticipated that the Minnesota Vikings were not going to be willing to go anything past 2 years when it comes to a contract with Kirk Cousins. And they certainly probably were not willing to go north of $40 million a year to keep Kirk with the Vikings. Not surprised to see the Atlanta Falcons actually pay what I consider to be sort of overpaying for a guy that, quite frankly, is going to do a good job for the Atlanta Falcons, at the very least getting them to the playoffs. But is he going to take you any further than that? In order for Kirk Cousins to literally take you any further than that, the entire roster needs to be in completely and utterly decked out, because in those playoff games, there's a good chance he won't show up. Now, with regards to the deal, though, right, Cousins helps the Atlanta Falcons. He makes them significantly better right away, and he does basically make the Falcons a playoff team next season. A good deal for the Falcons nonetheless. Christian Wilkinson is now a member of the Las Vegas Raiders. $110 million deal there, 65 tackles last season, 9 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 2 fumble recoveries are his stats while he was in Miami. A good signing by the Raiders. I feel like maybe they overpaid a little bit, but a 4-year deal, $110 million, 85 of that is guaranteed. Now, over the weekend, we saw a couple things go down. Now, one of those was the Russell Wilson to the Pittsburgh Steelers deal, where he's basically, the Steelers are going to basically pay him nothing, like $1 million, and the rest of his $38 million will be picked up by the Denver Broncos. A good signing by the Steelers. If it works out, then maybe he ends up with a Baker Mayfield style deal. Remember, Mayfield took like $4 million to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last season. He signed his 3-year, $100 million contract extension over the weekend, $50 million guaranteed. Once again, a 3-year, $100 million deal for Baker Mayfield, who, by the way, in my opinion, absolutely earned every single dollar. I want to see them also bring back the Progressive insurance commercials at the big sombrero. That would be absolutely fantastic. Michael Pittman Jr., he got himself 3 years, $70 million from the Colts, which is a good deal considering it is the Colts. 46 of that was guaranteed. Love this signing across the board. 109 receptions last year. I mean, he's a fantastic young wide receiver. Pretty darn dependable as well. Over 1,100 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs wins the award for the quite frankly, maybe the sneakiest, best signing of the day by the Green Bay Packers, who have been very active in this NFL quiet period. They also released Aaron Jones. I have a sneaky suspicion that Aaron Jones will end up with a star on his helmet. That being said, Josh Jacobs, now a member of the Green Bay Packers, a fantastic signing by the Packers. You have to remember that the Las Vegas Raiders did not utilize Josh Jacobs correctly during the last 2 years of his stint in Las Vegas. He'll have a chance to prove that to everybody in the National Football League, which I'm sure he will do. 4 years, $48 million on that particular deal. Saquon Barkley finally gets to leave the building in New York City, and he is officially joined the Fly Eagles Fly Squad. $37 million on that deal. 3 years is the length of the contract. 26, just over 26 is actually guaranteed. Look, that's a great deal for the Philadelphia Eagles. You get an absolutely complete running back that can not only, run the ball well, but also catch the ball out of the backfield. I love this deal for the Eagles. Once again, it's like anything else in the National Football League. You want to stay healthy. Now, the steal of the day just happened, and that is Austin Eckler to the Washington Commanders. And assuming I'm reading this right, it's only a 2-year deal, $11.43 million. That's right. Austin Eckler and his agent, whoever that might be, maybe signed the most cash-friendly deal for any National Football League team during this NFL quiet period. $11.43 million over not 1, but 2 years for Austin Eckler. How quickly we forget what a good running back looks like in the National Football League, and that is Austin Eckler. All right, he must have really just wanted to join that Commander organization. I think that's all I can say about that. I mean, for the Chargers, who I'm certainly happy Harbaugh's there as their head coach now. They picked up Gus Edwards earlier in the day, which is a good signing. I'm surprised that Harbaugh didn't want to bring Eckler back, but I think there were some other people in that organization with the last name Spanos that had enough of Austin Eckler in Los Angeles. It's a crazy deal. I mean, just 2 years. I can't get over this. Just 2 years, $11.43 million for Austin Eckler. All right. Between now and Wednesday, we'll have a bunch of other deals go down. Things will go down after I've recorded this for sure. Finishing this recording around 4:15 PST on Monday. So I'm sure there'll be a bunch of other deals. What do you think about the deals we actually discussed? Also, I want to point out that nobody has even made a phone call, as far as I can tell, to the Chicago Bears about Justin Fields. I'm just saying. And the Kirk Cousins deal, a big money deal. Once again, I think a good deal if the goal of that franchise is to make it to the playoffs. If it's anything more than that, then they might not have exactly what they're looking for with Kirk Cousins in Atlanta. Tell me your thoughts, North America. All right, that's it for tonight's House of Takes, a late night show. As always, I'm Dave DeBaugh, wishing you all a tremendous rest of your sports viewing day.